What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to bring you yet another Total War Rome 2 online battle. This is another one that I fought against BX Brackus. This is in Blade Balance, the Blade Balance mod. Go check out that mod, subscribe to the mod, subscribe to Blade Balance Buddy so you can find another person to play with very easily. You guys know the drill. So there's another battle that I fought against BX Brackus. This is fought in Mons Regius, I think is the correct pronunciation, I don't know. Very interesting map. It's given in the there's a little mini map in the bottom left. So I have taken Pontus, and he has taken Macedon in this match, and I'm going to try and show you the power of Pikes and Blade Balance. I haven't updated the Pikes other than just give them a 5 bonus versus infantry, but I'm going to try and show you how much if that 5 bonus versus infantry actually affects them at all, and if so, how much does it really help them. So Mons Regius, this Pontic army actually is perfect in this map. I didn't really make it so that it would be perfect in this map. It just so happens to be as such. I'm going to try and utilize the terrain to my advantage by splitting my army in two and then use this impassable terrain to my advantage. Now the thing is, pikes usually have to be kept in a cohesive line, but having this natural barrier in between allows me to just split my forces in two and thus cover a much wider area of space than I normally would. If I had to keep them in a cohesive line, they'd be around this, maximum this size. And now they cover this massive area from right here to right here. Of course, this means that any other army would be just split up and they wouldn't have as many resources on either side. But my army is actually perfectly split into two. It has 2 of everything and 4 bronze shield pikemen. Total of 4 bronze shield, 2 eastern archers, 2 naked warriors, 2 mercenary Celtic warriors, 2 eastern spearmen, 2 Pontic Royal Cav, 2 Cappadocian Cav, and 2 Pontic Peltists. So very balanced army. It has the staying power in the Cappadocian, the shock power in the naked warriors and the Pontic Royal Cav, and a lot of skirmish power in the Pontic Peltists and eastern archers, and of course pikes. Now on the other hand, and it's got 2 mercenary Scythian horse archers, of course, which are at the back of BX Brackus' army. One of the Scythian horse archers is in perfect position to take a great volley off on this Thessalian Cav. A total of 4 Thessalian Cav was brought by BX Brackus, along with 3 Royal Peltists, including a Royal Peltist General. He's brought 2 or 3 archers, 3 archers, 2 archers are up in front, and there's an archer behind that's trying to chase after or 4 archers actually. No, 3 archers and 1 slinger. No, 2 slingers, 2 archers. And a slinger and an archer are behind to ward off my Scythian horse archers, and 2 are trying to fight up against my left contingent, which I'm pulling back slowly. Now he's got a line of, it looks like 4 militia hoplites up in front, and he also has 1, 2, 3, and 4 regular hoplites. And the first thing that popped into my mind that I asked him was like, why are you bringing Macedon if you're not going to bring Aspis Companion Cav in Blade Balance? Aspis Companion Cav are just so critical for Macedon's success, but he is compensating that with really, really strong infantry in the Royal Peltists. You cannot underestimate Royal Peltists in Blade Balance, especially with Pontus, because Pontus doesn't have great infantry, has absolute dogshit infantry in the Pontic Swordsman, and the low tier naked swords and the mercenary Celtic warriors just cannot hold a candle to the Royal Peltists. Now he's doing something very interesting here. He's going to try and utilize this space in between the natural barrier that I tried to use to his advantage by just moving around and then trying to get at my right contingent, it looks like. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to be able to use my eastern archers to fire from here, use this eastern archer to fire from there, and I'm getting 1 mercenary Celtic warrior to hit his militia hoplites, moving around all of my units over here, and then letting him face my bronze shield pikemen, who haven't dropped their pikes, but they finally do drop their pikes now. Lose around 8 men, but start to kill a few of these Thessalian Cav now. Also charge in with my Cappadocian Cav at the same time and hit his slingers, but he does get a good charge with his Thessalian Cav. I'm moving around now, trying to get a surround with my pike line. He does get a good number of kills with his Thessalian Cav here. You can see my mercenary Celtic warrior is actually breaking with 94 men. So now my eastern archers are firing into the Thessalian Cav. They are held down by my Cappadocian Cav. Cappadocian Cav is losing a lot of men now, especially with the hoplite support. On the left contingent here, my bronze shield pikeman general is trying to face off against his militia hoplites. And here, this Eastern Spearman is going to hold off these two hoplites and militia hoplites, while my naked swords come in and just destroy this Thessalian cav on the charge. After my Pontic Royal Cav got a fair number of kills on them. Meanwhile, my Pontic Pelters with precision shot are just laying fire down and just destroying a lot of the Thessalian cav, but also getting a fair number of friendly fire kills, I would imagine. Cappadocian cav and mercenary Celtic warriors just got charged at by Thessalian cav, smartly done by BX Brachus there. And here there's just nothing really going on. The militia hoplites are slowly moving into Pikes and dying. He's pulling back his left contingent because my right contingent is winning out that battle there. The Bronze Shield pikemen are basically at full strength, and I'm getting good shots in and killed off a lot of his skirmish contingent there. And he's pulling away and trying to, consolidate his forces. Meanwhile, my general is in grave danger now. The general is in grave danger, my lord. He's down to 88 men. He's killed 71 units. But he is taking a lot of fire from these Royal Pelters, and now he's faced up against a Royal Pelters general. And I'm forced to pull away because he's got this hoplites unit over here, and now my general looks like he's about to get surrounded, which is really not good at all. But the thing is, while he's doing this, while he's consolidating his units, it means I'm able to get great shots in from, like, basically into the rear of many of his units with my Eastern Archers, and that's the big advantage of surrounding your unit in such an acute angle. Charging in with Pontic Royal Cav with Trample, destroying his Thessalian Cav. My general is not doing well, and he is dead. Eastern Archers trying to get some kills, but the Royal Pelters general has destroyed him along with hoplites support there. My Pontic Royal Cav down to 24 men, killing off some of his archers and hitting some of his Royal Pelters, but all in all not doing great. Mercenary Naked Swords has already got a single XP chevron chasing after some of these Royal Pelters, and they're getting a lot of kills in the Royal Pelters, who themselves have done decently, but they were chasing after my Cappadocian Cav, which I pulled away, and that meant that while they were chasing after them, my Naked Swords were getting a lot of decent kills. Pontic Royal Cav here dead, and I've lost my general too, so it's really not looking good for me. The Naked Swords here do charge into his militia hoplites, and they're going to get a lot of kills while these militia hoplites try and pull away. The fact that they're light and they're quicker is going to help them a lot when they're chasing after them now. Here his archers are dead. I'm going to use my Pontic Pelters, who've already got a single XP chevron, to just kill off some of his archers and now hold off the Royal Pelters and maybe pull back a little bit while my Eastern Archers fire into their rear. The Royal Pelters general is still at full strength, but my Eastern Archers are going to deal quite a bit of damage there, at least in extended fire. I'm going to move up my Bronze Shield pikemen just behind my Naked Swords and then issue an attack order. He's going to try and chase after my Eastern Archers, but I'm going to pull away with them easily. And now you can see with an attack order, they're going to slowly start pushing, and look at the number of kills they've already got, 104 kills. And they're going to start racking up the kills very quickly because of that bonus versus infantry. He's getting good shots in with his archers and his slingers here, and I'm not microing very well with my Pontic Royal Cav. Again, the fact that I have so many units that are just spread out around the field is not helping my micro at all, along with the fact that I'm pretty shit at micro sometimes. Well, scratch that, a lot of times. His hoplites here, down to half strength. Naked Warriors, 81 kills, getting a lot of kills, and now I'm pulling back with these Naked Swords. And if he's going to chase after them, he's going to just rush into the front of my pikes, which it looks like he's doing right now. Going to pull away with them, but now the Royal Pelters, they were about to charge into Bronze Shield pikes and they would have gotten destroyed. So good move, not charging in there. His Royal Pelters general, under crossfire from Eastern Archers on this side, mercenary Scythian horse archers destroying the Royal Pelters from behind. And now the Eastern Archers, many people were complaining that, Eastern Slingers are so much better than Eastern Archers that you should never, no one would ever bring Eastern Archers. I sort of agree, but definitely Archers and Eastern Archers have their place in the battlefield. I do want to make a couple of changes to Archers, especially Elite Persian Archers, make them a lot better, but can't really make any changes right now because Aronco's having some problem with his PC. So here Naked Swords get a charge into Royal Pelters and just finish them off. Meanwhile, he does have a lot of skirmish power in his side too. Slingers 47 kills, Archers at 70 kills. The Eastern Spearman, second Eastern Spearman that I have, is doing a great job just holding off these hoplites while I come in with Cappadocian Cav and just hit these slingers and kill them off. So getting some kills on the slingers. This Bronze Shield pikeman just holding off so many of these hoplites. He's making a big mistake just bunching them up like that. 163, 164 kills. They're not going to lose any men, and they're going to get a lot of kills, especially with Eastern Archers helping out there. Another experience chevron on that side. And this Eastern Archer here, oh sorry, I'm looking at the same units. Both the Eastern Archers have got single XP chevrons. This Mercenary Naked Sword is going to come into the rear and hit some of these Royal Pelters. They're dropping down very, very quickly. 191 kills with these Bronze Shield Pikes. And as long as these Royal Pelters keep moving around, my Bronze Shield Pikes are going to get so many kills. That 5 bonus versus infantry really helps them rack up the kills quickly, which I think is the biggest problem with Pikes now. It's not the fact that they die very easily, it's the fact that they don't kill very quickly. Naked Celtic Warrior is getting a great rear charge onto the Royal Pelters General. Ultimately, the risky move that he made, bringing so many Royal Pelters, is not really paying off. This Royal Peltist is running away with 45 men left. And this Hoplites unit here is actually, the Hoplites are a very good unit to take on Bronze Shield Pikemen head on, because they have great armor, great staying power, very good unit to just hold off expensive pike units. Getting a rear charge with Pontic Royal Cav, it's not really doing too much. And this Bronze Shield Pikeman is going to get rear charged by a Hoplites unit. But the Bronze Shield Pikemen are so good in that they are like the African Pikes. Excellent units, excellent mid-tier pike units, just very sturdy, good morale. They won't die, or they won't rout immediately from rear charges from enemy units. Here, Bronze Shield Pike has got a single XP chevron, and the general, I think, is basically dead at this point. The Royal Pelters general. Hoplites here, general dead, steady, and this Pontic Pelters here with 65 kills and a single XP chevron has also done really well, getting excellent rear shots into the Hoplites. And I think I'm going to leave these guys at 7 ammunition. I don't want to give them 10 ammunition. Pontus is already a very strong faction. They don't need, any buffs to their Pontic Pelters, especially considering the Pontic Pelters have got excellent shields. They've got the 40% Thureos shield, 40% missile block chance Thureos shield, 65 armor, and 50 health, precision shot. They can deal a fuck ton of damage if they so choose to. And here, Pontic Royal Cav get another charge, kind of into the flank of this Hoplites. The battle looks like it's winding down in my favor, and it looks like the Bronze Shield Pikemen were a huge help in sealing the deal for my men, or for my victory. And I would attribute a fair bit of that to the 5 bonus versus infantry. Of course, this battle is also fun because using this kind of strange strategy of splitting your army clean into 2, using your natural surroundings to your advantage, is not something that you see very often in Rome 2, more because that Rome 2 maps are just shit. But Mons Regius is one of those maps that allows you to do something like this. Costly victory for me. This is the first of 2 battles that I'm going to bring you guys. Let's see if BX Brackus has his revenge. For now, let's take a look at the stats. Eastern Archers, single XP, single XP. Pontic Pelters, single XP, single XP. This one Bronze Shield Pikeman just destroyed Royal Pelters and Hoplites and just ate them for breakfast. My general, on the other hand, got quite a few kills at the start of the game, but after that, he just got surrounded, and that's the big problem with Pikes. If they're isolated, they're destroyed. But if you have even somewhat of a cohesive line with their 5 bonus versus infantry now, they'll rack up kills quickly enough that you don't need to be too worried, or you don't need to babysit them too much, to the point that they actually become fairly cost effective now, I think. Mercenary Naked Swords, good number of kills. Mercenary Celtic Warriors didn't do much, but they don't cost much on the other hand. Well, this one Mercenary Scythian Horse Archer did really well. But all of these guys made up for the fact that I did really jack shit with my melee cav and shock cav. On the other hand, with this really, strange build with Macedon, Brackus played really well. I mean, imagine if he had some Aspis Companion cav. I would be singing a completely different tune. Probably would have died and lost the game a long time ago. The Royal Pelters did okay for the most part, but you want more kills from them. And bringing 4 Militia Hoplites, I think, that's an extra, almost an extra Royal Peltist. And look at that. For all this money, they only got, 55 kills. And sure, they play a more tactical role in holding out units using Hoplite Phalanx and just holding down and being a very defensive unit. But I don't think it's good enough. I mean, I don't think they're a good enough unit that you'd want to bring more than a couple of them at most. Maybe even bringing some Thureos Spears could have helped, considering that I had Pikes and Naked Swords. But yeah, fun game. Naked swords. By the way, naked swords now have been repriced. They're back to 480, which is the same price as they used to be 380, which made them really OP. But now at 480, they're a good unit. You can see they still got a lot of kills and still very cost effective. But you have to use them correctly. At 380, they're just 30 talents more than a mercenary Celtic warrior, and with a frenzy charge, they can do so much damage that it was just ridiculous. And it was one of those changes that didn't really make sense on CA's part. So that's another cool little change in blade balance. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and stay tuned for more. Peace.